The year was 2000, a brand new millennium. Hip-hop was supposed to be celebrating. Money was finally pouring into the industry. Platinum chains, fancy cars, big houses. Rappers had become superstars. But beneath the glamour, something darker was brewing. On one explosive night at the 2000 Source Awards, tension inside hip-hop spilled out into the open. Security rushed through the crowd hallways. Cameras caught only fragments of the chaos. Rumors spread fast. Somewhere in the confusion, legendary West Coast figure DJ Quick became entangled in a violent backstage altercation. This would leave the industry buzzing for years. In a time before social media, the stories traveled from city to city via word of mouth. And somehow, in the confusion, another name began to quietly surf. Legendary rapper Krayzie from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Somehow, rumors led to him being the victim in the brutal beatdown. He and bandmate Layzie Bone attended the show because they were nominated for Group of the Year from the Resurrection album. Following the DJ Quick incident, publications would leak a lot of inaccurate information, with many indicating that Krayzie Bone was the victim instead of DJ Quick. Subsequently, Trick Daddy would be asked about this in an interview where he allegedly made fun of Krayzie Bone and the incident in general. Throughout my research, I haven't been able to find the original publication or the exact quote that Trick Daddy said about Krayzie, but it would motivate Krayzie Bone to record a diss record towards Trick Daddy and Trina. The song is called I Don't Know What, and it's produced by the Neptunes featuring Khalees.
My nigga, cover your ears and fuck what you heard, cause it's probably bullshit they been talking. Why? Niggas in my business like they my business got me hot. Run up to so get burn, nigga hot. Said he saw me in the sauce out on the floor drop. Chicken hit bitch from Miami said we was running when the road pop. Whole stop. You don't know nan nigga rolling with me. When she jump up my niggas hold on the beat. But most of them niggas they want peace when we meet. Like we ain't been hearing what they been saying on the streets. So we gotta bring the heat. Speak if you want to, but keep it to a mumble. Speak louder than a whisper, and we gon' get you. Y'all don't know me. Ain't that what I told them? Hope they know when these pistols real, that we talking joking. Nah, nigga, we for real in the field. Believe what you want, but you suckers know the deal.
In this next segment, I'm gonna play you an interview clip from Trick Daddy right after the 2000 Source Awards. Notice that he mentions Eazy-E, NWA, Ruthless, amongst other gangster thug hip-hop inspirations. He even mentions Twista, who at this time had a big beef going on with Krayzie Bone, but Trick Daddy noticeably leaves Bone Thugs and Harmony off the list.
Source Awards, I loved it when they got it down at the Source Awards. It was magnificent. That's the best thing happened to the Source Awards, because a lot of them nominees and all that other shit was fake. Trust me. I met a lot of real niggas and met a lot of fake niggas at the Source Awards though. I seen a lot of real niggas. I seen niggas fight. I seen niggas represent their career. I seen niggas get it down. But as far as the people who put that shit together, they the reason why that shit happened. Because they had the shit fucked up. First of all, I didn't make it to the motherfucking stage, and I was pissed about that because I was with my homeboy Don King backstage. I was explaining to him about this Miami shit. And we never made it out to the stage. So, and another reason, the motherfucker kicked me out the back door. These niggas got guns and knives, and you gonna send me out there. After you pat me down at the front door, you send me out the back door. What kind of shit is that? I didn't get a fucking award. I didn't get nominated. I listened to the old NWA, Straight Outta Compton, Poisonous Mentality. Of course, all the Scarface shit. Listen to the Spice one, Big Mike, Mr. Mike, Twister. Straight all G shit, all straight G shit from out the door, from the gates when it hit. I like the different shit with the Mystical and the Twister, the different vibe they bring to it. My homeboy Lil Turk, I like it.
Alright, so people always talk about beef in hip-hop like it's always direct shots and diss tracks. But sometimes it's way messier than that. Sometimes it's not loud, it's echoes, parallel moves, same words, same branding, same energy, just different lanes. Let's talk about it. On one side, you got Krayzie Bone, Bone Thugs, and the whole Mo Thugs thug line camp. The word thug wasn't just slang, it was identity. It was a philosophy. You hear it in Thug Mentality, Thug World Order. Even early on, they were building around that idea of survival. Pain mixed with a little bit of spirituality. Bottom line, Bone Thugs weren't playing with the word thug. They were living inside it. Out the South, you got Trick Daddy, and Trick Daddy embraced the word thug too, but in a different flavor, more loud and more in-your-face street branding. www.thugs.com, Thug Holiday, and of course the Book of Thugs almost began to give the word a new meaning and energy. See, but this is where things get interesting again. because in the early 2000s, it was rumored that Bone was set to release an album called The Book of Thugs as well. It would eventually come out as an underground mixtape in 2009 that was unrelated to the original rumored project, but that title was clearly shelved. A lot of fans may not realize how long Trick Daddy's been in the game. His first album, based on a true story, dropped in 1997. This would be his only project to not use the word thug in the album title. What I did find interesting about the cover was that it utilized a food coupon, which back in the day was modern EBT, or food stamps, government assisted food if you really don't know. A similar tactic had been done a couple years earlier. In 1995, when Bone Thugs dropped Eternal, they sent out a highly memorable collector's press kit disguised as a $5 food stamp coupon. In the early 2000s, while Bone Thugs and Harmony were still legendary off the momentum of the 90s, Krayzie quietly started building connections far away from Cleveland. One of the most interesting chapters of that era was his move into southern Florida. Krayzie bought property around the Silver Lakes area near Miami. He began spending serious time recording music in Florida during the rise of southern hip-hop. That timing really matters. The early 2000s was the exact moment southern rap started taking full control of the scene. While Bone had dominated the melodic fast flow lane throughout the 90s, artists from Miami, Atlanta, Houston, and New Orleans were now becoming the center of the rap world. Krayzie, being connected in Florida during the transition, put him directly in the middle of a changing industry. That's also where stories about DJ Khaled start entering the conversation. Before he became the loud motivational superstar known worldwide, DJ Khaled was deeply connected to the Miami street rap. Working with everybody from Fat Joe to Trick Daddy, fans speculated for years that Khaled may have tried to smooth tensions between Krayzie and Trick Daddy. One persistent rumor was that Khaled actually got both artists on the phone together at one point. What makes this story even more fascinating is that nobody ever really asked either artist directly in an interview about the situation. And when you look at the music history, the idea of hidden friction doesn't sound impossible. It's also a possibility that Trick Daddy never fully realized how much Bone Thugs influenced his entire career. A lot of southern artists absorbed elements of Bone's styles naturally. At the same time, from Bone's perspective, watching a new era take over while not always receiving full credit could easily create frustration. Bone Thugs ruled one decade, Trick Daddy ruled another. When power shifts in hip-hop, egos, respect, and legacy conversations always become complicated.